and it is the case that I fails. Alright, that's lines 4 and 5. 3 and 4, of course. 3 and 4, right. Line 3 and 4. And then for line 5, we're going to branch out. And we're going to take apart our line 2. So from line 2, a disjunction decomposition, and our two possibilities are H and I. So we've decomposed that one, we've decomposed that one. So we have H occurring here and non-H. So that line's a contradiction. We have I occurring here and non-I. So that's a contradiction. Going on to the next exercise, a very, very similar one, and they're just driving the point home. So this is H or I in the first line of assumptions. And then we have H or not I in the second line of assumptions. And those are our assumptions. A little different from the first. All they're doing is put a tilde by I. Now on line 3 we get, on line 4 of course, line 3 and 4 we're going to take apart our line 1 negated disjunction. Line 1 negated disjunction, or pardon me, line 1 negated disjunction decomposition, and that's going to give us not H and not I. On line 5, since we've closed line 1 now, we'll close line 2. On line 5 we will say if H occurs or I fails, we find H failing and H occurring, so that's done. We find I failing and I failing, so we're open on this branch. And this line 5 here is of course line 2 disjunction decomposition. So we have one open line there, and that's negation of I is truth functionally consistent in the set. Getting on to a bigger tree now. We're going to go 8 lines, and we're going to go with just 2 assumptions, and this is a pretty easy one, so I expect you to be able to do it without my help, and you ought to be able to do it pretty quick. It's pretty easy. It's not too hard to figure this one out, because it's just, I'll give you a hint, it's just a lot of conjunction elimination. Okay, so that is A and B and C, and not A and B and C. And on line 3 we're going to get A, of course. And on line 4 we're going to get B and C. And that's from line 1, decomposition of an ampersand. Line 5 we're going to get B, and line 6 we're going to get C. By decomposing, we got that now, we're going to decompose this. So from line 4, ampersand decomposition. And then we're going to split for line 7. Line 7 we're going to go over to 2 possibilities. And you should have had not A for this possibility. And we're immediately going to close that line because we've got A up there and we've got not A here. You can't have A and not A, says Aristotle. So that line is done. And then over here we're going to get not the case that B and C, because we're coming from line 2, a negation of a negated conjunction decomposition. 2 negated, so line 2 negated decomposition, and that gives us not the case that B and C. So we've closed line 2. Now we can go on to so now we've got one line left to close that's not already totally atomic. Everything else is atomic but this one. So let's distribute our negative over B and C, and we will get not B and not C. That's from line 7. Negated ampersand decomposition. So now everything's atomic. We have not B, and up here we have B claimed. Close it. We have C claimed and not C. Close it. So all three of the possibilities are closed. So you cannot claim that everything occurs and simultaneously not everything occurs. So we see that as truth functionally inconsistent set.